In the last couple of days, there's been some major leaks from Modern Warfare 3 online that talk about the new styling for Modern Warfare 3, a bunch of leaked map images, and a hint at a possible return to the fan favorite map, Verdansk. So let's talk about all this information, starting off with the leaks themselves. The leaks themselves were a bunch of images that popped up online claiming to be from Modern Warfare 3. And normally when I see supposed leaks online early for a game, I take very little credit in them because they're usually either fan-made Photoshop renders or 3D renders. And the biggest issue with these fan-made renders is that no one can accurately do shadows. The shadows are either completely wrong when they use the 3D editing software, or they completely mess up the shadows in a 2D perspective on Photoshop. But when I sat down and tried to dissect these images and prove that these images were not real, I couldn't. I completely failed. These images proved and passed all the tests that I could possibly run on them to prove that they were real images of Modern Warfare 3. And the other kind of selling point that really confirms that these images are real was the fact that Activision and Call of Duty, within 10 to 15 minutes of these images getting posted online, already DMCA'd them. They basically put out a copyright strike on these images because they claim to be the original creators of these images, and the person posting them was not. Which basically means Call of Duty proved that these images were real because they claim to be the original owners of the images and the original creators, therefore proving that these leaks are in fact 100% real. And the leaks themselves are interesting in the fact that they prove a lot of different things. One of the maps that we will be getting at launch for Modern Warfare 3 is Terminal. Terminal has been a fan favorite map for a lot of Call of Duty fans for many different iterations of Call of Duty. It's been remade and reused over many different Call of Duty titles and has always remained a fan favorite map. But the interesting thing about this map is that it actually has a tie-in with the date that you get in the bottom left when you spawn in. This actually has a tie-in to the campaign where it reveals that this is actually taking place at the same time or near the same time as the No Russian mission in Modern Warfare 3. And this is actually really interesting because the Terminal map was also a tie-in to the original Modern Warfare 2 with the actual No Russian mission in that game. So the fact that they're bringing back this map and they're tying it into the No Russian mission in the new Modern Warfare 3, and this makes it really interesting as a fan of Call of Duty. And one of the things that I'm most excited about for when I actually looked at these images is that the layout is the same. They've made some small changes to account for the Modern Warfare 3 play style, but the actual map itself has no major changes. It will still be the fan favorite map that we all know and love. However, the other map that we got leaked actually has a bigger tie-in to Verdansk, and I want to talk about this a little bit more in detail. The other map that we have returning to Modern Warfare 3 is Scrapyard. Scrapyard has been another fan favorite map that we've played throughout many different Call of Duty titles over the years, and it is absolutely by far one of my favorite maps from the original Call of Duty series. However, the one thing that's interesting about the fact that Scrapyard is being included in Modern Warfare 3 is that we already saw it in Modern Warfare 2019, and it has some very, very unique ties to Warzone and the story of Modern Warfare 2019 and Modern Warfare 3. When you actually deployed into the multiplayer map of Scrapyard in Modern Warfare 2019, it said that it was located in Verdansk, and it already has a real-world location in the Modern Warfare universe. And on top of this, when you ran around the map of Verdansk, if you went to Boneyard, you could actually see all of the parts of Scrapyard with the gates just open. It was exactly the same, and it already had that kind of real-world location of being set in Verdansk. But one of the problems that Call of Duty has is that you can't just drop in a fan favorite map and say it's a different part of the world when we've already seen it in the new Modern Warfare series. You can remaster it, you can upgrade it, but it still has to be set in the same location, meaning that Scrapyard will be set in Verdansk in Modern Warfare 3, and it will be tied into the map of Verdansk itself. With it being so closely tied to Verdansk and the story of Verdansk and everything that happened there, it is only logical to assume that Verdansk may make a return, seeing as there's a bunch of hints about it from Modern Warfare 3. Verdansk was a fan favorite map. Verdansk is a map that everyone loves and would love to go back and play again because it was one of the most well-designed maps ever made. With Scrapyard being so closely tied to the story of Verdansk and being set in Verdansk, you have to include Verdansk, or at least explain why we're going back to Verdansk in Modern Warfare 3. And we wouldn't return to a city that got nuked unless there was a very, very good reason. So canonically, Call of Duty has plans to reintegrate Verdansk in Modern Warfare 3, and in Warzone. And this will be very, very interesting to see where Call of Duty takes it and where it's going with the story from here. Tell me in the comments down below what you think about all of these leaks, and tell me, do you think Verdansk should return in Modern Warfare 3? It's a lot of hints that kind of indicate that it should, but really Call of Duty can turn around and just say that they don't want to integrate Verdansk back into Warzone and just have some casual nods to it in the multiplayer side of Modern Warfare 3. So tell me your thoughts down below, and until next time, I am IceBurgz, your Call of Duty informant. Stay frosty.